Though it's considerably smaller than the United Kingdom, the whole country is linked by a heavily used and virtually 100% electrified rail network. As we shall see, this colourful and varied multi-gauge system easily connects express and local train services, not only with each other, but also with buses and even lake steamers. This is a country where punctuality is taken for granted and where all but the very smallest stations are staffed. Freight operations too are considerable and varied, ranging from local pickup freights to spectacular international wagon load, block load and intermodal services. However, and despite the environmental consequences for tourism, Switzerland, like nearly all its European neighbours, is currently experiencing considerable difficulties in this area, with increased competition from road transport. This is a landlocked neutral country, surrounded by but not a member of the European Union. The core rail network is provided by the state-owned Swiss Federal Railways, whose initials are SBB, CFF or FFS, depending on whether you speak German, French or Italian. But as well as the federal system, there are a considerable number of private railways, 65 to be exact, ranging from a spectacular international main line to a tiny one-vehicle roadside tramway. Proponents of privatisation in Britain often quote the Swiss system as an example of the benefits of private enterprise. But the term private in the Swiss context may be misleading, usually meaning that a so-called private line is financed from cantonal rather than federal sources. Switzerland's prime north-south artery is the St. Gotthard main line. Unfortunately for rail fans, it also happens to be one of the most spectacular and busy main lines in Europe. The lion's share of rail-borne freight in Switzerland is through traffic, much of it in transit between Germany to the north and Italy to the south. The Swiss, sensibly, don't want their roads clogged with endless lorries grinding through the Alps and insist that the vast majority of through freight must go by rail.